गौरभक्तवृन्द। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृन्द। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopika Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giriraj Govardhan ki Brajbhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Mathura Puri Dham ki Purushottam Kshetra Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki Ganga Maiya ki Yamuna Maiya ki Bhakti Devi ki श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथरा श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitya Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine अवज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. In chanting, what is required is our body, mind, and words all should be engaged in the service of the Lord. So, body should be in a place, preferably in temple hall, with the devotees, and in a very spiritual atmosphere. And words should go on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Clear pronunciation. One should try to hear with the ears. And mind is most important. Mind has thinking, feeling, and willing. So there should be determination before we begin chanting. And I want to chant the best rounds today. Before even we begin, it is going to be very good rounds. This is positive affirmation, as His Grace Mahatma Prabhu says in his book Japa Affirmations, that it's going to be very nice japa. One should not have negative thing. It's miserable. I can't make it. Every day it is horrible. I fail always. No negativity should be there. So willingness and thinking should be naturally of Krishna. Hare and Krishna and Ram means Radha and Krishna only. And feeling also should be there for the Lord only. As much as we love Krishna, that much will be successful every day in our chanting. That depends on previous day, how we have been doing, how we had been doing in terms of body, how much it was engaged in the services of the Lord, words, how much they were centered around Krishna's name, fame, qualities, pastimes, form, and services, devotees. There should not be any presence. So, and then mind, how was it? All these factors combinedly determine what will be or how will be our japa next day morning or any time. So that is about chanting. Welcome to our continuation on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Adi-lila 6th chapter, the glories of Sri Advaita Acharya. Last time, I believe we discussed 62nd to 64th, correct? Which talks about Gopa friends, Dasyatva to Krishna. How the friends of Krishna, they feel that they are servants of Krishna. That last verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:15-17 says, some of the friends of Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, massaged his feet, and others whose sinful reactions had been destroyed, fanned him with handheld fans. That doesn't mean that those who were massaging feet, their sinful reactions were not over. Not like that. It is combined glorification of all. Now 65 to 71, these 7 verses talk about Gopis Dasyatva to Krishna. So those who are in fraternal relationship, Sakyaras, how they are servants of Krishna. Now those who are in Madhuryaras. Krishnera preyasi vraje yata gopi gana yara pada dhuli kare uddhava prarthana यासा बार उपरे कृष्णेरा प्रिय नाही आना ताहारा अपना के करे दासी abhimana. Even the beloved girlfriends of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, the gopis, the dust of whose feet was desired by Shri Uddhav, and who are more dear to Krishna than anyone else, regard themselves as Krishna's maid servants. So these seem to be the 18th example. Till now, in servants, he has been giving example one after other. Like Shri Advaita Acharya, Nityan Prabhu was the first example. Then Goddess of Fortune, Parama Preyasi Lakshmi Rudhaye Vasati Tehodasya Sukhamage Karyaminati. She is the second example. Third is Brahma, fourth is Shiva, fifth is Narada, sixth is Shukdev Goswami, seventh is Sanatan Kumar. Then 8th is Srivas, 9th is Haridas, 10th he gave example of Ramdas, 11th Gadadhar, 12th Murari, 13th Mukunda, 14th Chandrasekhar, 15th Vakreshwar. These were devotees of Krishna. The devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What number I told for gopis? 18, no? Huh? 17th Gol Bals, the boyfriends of Krishna, and 18th the girlfriends of Krishna, that is gopis. So for this he quotes 10th canto 31st chapter 6th verse. Prajajanartihan Virayoshita निज जना स्मया ध्वंसना स्मिता भज सखे भवात् किङ्करिः स्मनो जलरुहाननं चारुदर्शय. So this is Gopi Geet. There are 5 Geets songs in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So yesterday he was telling that there is one Pranay Geet, when Akrurji was taking Krishna that time, when or before I think Pranay Git is when Krishna was with gopis. Before that also one Git is there. Venu Git I think. Venu Git, then Pranay Git, then when gopis lost Krishna during Ras Lila, that is Gopi Git. When Akrurji was taking Krishna, that time one is Yugal Git and Brahmar Git when Uddhav came. So like the five Gits are there, five songs, of which I think Gopi Git is the topmost, which we sing in Kartik month every day, apart from Damodar Ashtakam. So this is the sixth verse in that, which says, O Lord, remover of the afflictions of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, O hero of all women, Yoshitam Vira, Vraja Janarti Han. Vraja Jana Arti Han. Arti is distress of the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Han, he destroys. Yoshitam Veera, he is hero of all women. Nijajana Smaya Dhamsana Smita. O Lord, who destroys the pride of your devotees by your sweet, gentle smile. Hmm? Smita, sweet, gentle smile. With that, Dhvamsa, he destroys. Smaya, the pride of Nijajan, his own devotees. Bhaja Sakhe Bhavat Kinkari Smano. O friend, we are your maid servants. So here, gopis themselves declare as maid servants of Krishna. Bhavat Kinkari, your maid servants. Bhaja Sakhe, we worship Sakhe, oh dear friend. Jalaruhananam Charu Darshaya. Please fulfill our desires and show us your attractive lotus face. Charu Darsha. Jalaruhananam. Jalaruha Ananam. A face exactly like a lotus flower. Ananam is face. Jalaruha. That which grows in the water. Lotus. O Lord, remover of the afflictions of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, O hero of all women, O Lord, who destroy the pride of your devotees by your sweet, gentle smile. O friend, we are your maid servants. Please fulfill our desires and show us your attractive lotus face. Because Krishna disappeared and they are hankering to see his lotus face. They prayed like this. Then 10th canto 47 chapter 21st verse. This is Brahmar Gita also they are quoting. They are also in Brahmar Gita. They are declaring themselves to be maid servants of Krishna. अपीपत मधुपुर्याम् आर्यपुत्रो अधुनास्ते स्मरति स पितृगेहान् सौम्य बन्धुंश्च गोपान् क्वचिदपि स कथां नः किङ्करीणां गृणीते भुजमण्ड भुजमण्डरुसुगन्धः सुगन्धं मूर्ध्य कदा नु O Uddhav, it is indeed regrettable that Krishna resides in Mathura. Does he remember his father's household affairs and his friends, the cowherd boys? O great soul, does he ever talk about us, his maidservants? When will he lay on our heads his aguru scented hand? They want that kind of Varadhasta of Krishna, all benedictory hand of the Lord. Murdhni, Adhasyat, when will he keep his hand on our head? Kadanu, when Bhujamanda Ru Bhuja Bhujam Agaru, Bhujam Agaru is there. Sugandham, Agaru scented hand. In fact, after Uddhav went to Mathura after crossing Yamuna, it is according to Garga Samhita, he first saw Krishna only under one banyan tree, sitting there. As soon as he asked Uddhav, what is the situation? He said they are all devastated without you. They can't survive. Immediately Krishna went to Vrindavan and met Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, all the friends, and covered the women. Like that, according to that description, Krishna went immediately, consoled them, pacified. He stayed for some days, kind of. Then he came back saying that I just have few more demons to kill, then I'll come back. But according to that description, he went. And then another time, when he had gone to assist, as such, he was not that part of Ashwamedh Yagya, uh, Ashwa, going all around earth. That was the commander in chief was Aniruddha, his grandson. Last time I told you story. So one point of time when they were in there only, Balwal was uh, protected by Lord Shiva. Balwal or some demon. He had prayed to Lord Shiva. He had pleased him. So that's why Lord Shiva comes personally. And the description says that he attacked Aniruddha. Aniruddha falls down unconscious, almost dead. And also one of the sons of Krishna, Sunandan, he was killed only by Shiva. So that time Krishna appears. And Krishna, uh, then Rudra surrenders, Shiva surrenders to him. Then Krishna revives both Aniruddha also, not only Aniruddha and Sunandan, his son, but also all the Yadu warriors who also had died there. Then after that, they come from the middle of the ocean, that Upadvip, where Balwal was there. Then they come to again, you can say Kolkata, and from there they come. They are coming towards Dwarka. So on the way comes Mathura, and from Mathura they go to Vrindavan also. As they go to Vrindavan, then Sridama catches the horse, that Shamakarana horse, black. He is white horse with black ears and yellow tail, etc. He catches the horse and he says, "What is this? Such a beautiful horse. Whose is it?" And then he reads on the Bhalapatra, on the forehead of that horse. There was in golden plate. It was scribed that. This horse belongs to Ugrasen, who is going to perform Ashwamedh Yagya. You better surrender to him, knowing him to be all powerful, assisted by even Lord Krishna and all that. But if you don't, if you catch this horse, then you will be defeated in the war that ensues, and then you'll have to surrender. Like that. So then Shirdama catches that horse and brings it to Nanda Bhavan. And he shows to Nanda Maharaj, and also, oh, this is so great fortune. That personally, the grandson of Lord Krishna, Aniruddha, he is heading. So we will definitely get to see him today. We are very fortunate. So then, sure enough, they are searching for the horse, and they come there, and immediately Krishna, when he comes close to Vrindavan, immediately jumps off the chariot. He goes running, and there he meets Sridama. He embraces Sridama and all the cowherd boys. Then, as they are proceeding towards Nanda Bhavan, then Nanda Maharaj is there. Then Nanda Maharaj, he bows down to Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj embraces him. He's having tears after so many years, 100 years. He's seeing his son. And Yashoda Mai had heard by that time. So she had come to door. Krishna goes to, is entering in Nanda Bhavan. She's at the door only. So he touches her lotus feet and she embraces him. There are tears in her eyes. She's so ecstatic. They are unable to speak. And then Krishna stays there for some days. Meanwhile, all these Yadav Sena, they were 100 Akshawani Sena. Long, huge, with all the elephants, horses, camels, chariots, many things. So they all stay on the bank of Yamuna only. They camp, put their camp there in tents. They all stay there, including Pradyumna, Aniruddha, who were there. But Krishna stays in Nandavavan for a few days. And that evening he meets gopis in Kadalivan, headed by Srimati Radharani. And they request him for Ras Lila. So Krishna has Ras Lila. That is in, that's I think in Falgun month or Magh month, something like that. Then afterwards he consoles everyone, then I need to go. And I'll invite you all definitely for this yagya. Please come. And they come. The description shows that when the yajna was about to start, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, Gopas, Gopis, they all come, Krishna's our boyfriends, headed by Sridama, Subal. Then also Radharani and other gopis, they are on the chariot, they all come to Dwarka. They are all well received, they are all given different places to reside, and yajna goes on for several days. Amazing description. And all are servants of Krishna. Everybody is ecstatic with Krishna. Anybody who accepts servitorship to Krishna is the most blissful person on planet Earth. And to the degree one discards his original constitutional position of being servant of Krishna, to that degree is miserable. Unfortunately, to the degree Maya creates illusion, which he absorbs himself in, to that degree he does not realize how he is miserable. But anybody who is free from illusory potency of the Lord immediately understands that being away from Krishna is the only distress. That's what Ramananda Rai answered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the only dukkha in the creation? He says, to be not with devotees of the Lord is the only distress I know. And happiness is to be with devotees, because devotees make you realize Krishna's presence, Krishna's name, fame, qualities, form, pastimes. That all is not different from being with Krishna, and one is very, very happy. Okay, so the gopis said in Brahmar Gita also, O Uddhav, it is indeed regrettable that Krishna resides in Mathura. Does he remember his father's household affairs and his friends, the cowherd boys? O great soul, does he ever talk about us, his maidservants? When will he lay on our heads his agaru scented hand? Now, Srimati Radharani Dasyatva to Krishna in 6970. Tasavara Katharahu Srimati Radhika Sabahaite Sakalamshe Parama Adhika ते हो यार दासी हैया सेवे न चरण यार प्रेम गुणे कृष्ण बद्ध अनुक्षण. What to speak of other gopis? अरे उन सब की बात तो रहने दो. ता सवर कथा रहु वो तो बाजू में रहने दो. श्रीमती राधिका, even Shri Radhika, 19th example in the gopis also. Sabha haite sakalamshe parama adhika, who in every respect is the most elevated of them all. Parama adhika, highly elevated. Teho yara dasi hayya sevena charan, and who has bound Shri Krishna forever by her loving attributes, serves his feet as his maidservant. Yara prema gune Krishna baddha anukshan. Krishna is lovingly bound by the ties of her love for him, and she proclaims herself to be a maidservant of Krishna and serves his lotus feet. So she is the 19th example. Hanatha Ramana Preshta Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja Dasyaste Krupanaya Me Sakhe Darshaya Sannidhim. This is from 10th canto, 30th chapter, 39th verse. O my Lord, O my husband, O most dearly beloved, O mighty armed Lord, where are you? Where are you? O my friend, reveal yourself to your maidservant, who is very much aggrieved by your absence. Now 72 to 75, queens as Krishna's maidservants in Dwarka, 16,108 queens. They are also Krishna's maidservants. Hmm? Hmm? They are married at the age of 4 only. They are eternal couple. Only you are not married. So you are not able to. According to Jiva Goswami, Krishna married crores of gopis afterwards. After killing Kamsa, he comes. And there is a big discussion there. Read Sri Gopal Champu. Krishna is mysterious. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yovetti tattvatah tyaktva deham punah janma naiti mameti swarjuna. So we'll come back to material world because we don't understand Krishna's birth and activities to be transcendental. Krishna is the husband of all. Patim Patinam. Yagyapati, Surapati, all Pati. Krishna is the Pati of all Patis. So, Gopis also have husband. Anatha, Ramana, Preshta. Ramana means, oh my husband. For you, somebody else's husband or wife. For us, Krishna is only husband. So Krishna's queens as Krishna's maid servants. Dwarakate Rukminyadi Yate ka Mahishi Taharao Apana ke Mane Krishna Dasi. In Dwarka Dham, all the queens, this is 20th example, headed by Rukmini, 21st, also consider themselves maid servants of Lord Krishna. In one sense, Rukmini is the head of all these queens. But if you say that Rukmini is 20th, then Satyabhama 21st, then Jambavati 22nd, then Satya 23rd, then Mitravinda 24th, then Nagnajiti, like that, then it will become 16,108. So whatever you want to count. But in Dwarka Dham, all the queens headed by Rukmini also consider themselves maid servants of Lord Krishna. For that he quotes 10th canto, 83rd chapter, 8th verse. Chaidyaya marpayitum udyata karmukeshu rajaswajeya bhatta shekharitanghrirenuhu निन्ने मृगेन्द्र इव भागम अजाव्यूथात्. Bangla is quite tough. What is it? Acha. Yutat. To went there, now one ta is remaining. Tashri Niketa Charano Hasta Mamarchanaya Astu. When Jarasan and other kings, bows and arrows upraised, stood ready to deliver me in charity to Shishupal, he forcibly took me from their midst, as a lion takes its share of goats and sheep. The dust of his lotus feet is therefore the crown of unconquerable soldiers. May those lotus feet, which are the shelter of the goddess of fortune, be the object of my worship. Who is saying? Rukmini. So Krishna she compares with lion and herself with goats and sheep. See, Supreme Goddess of Fortune Rukmini, she compares herself with goats and sheep. What should we compare ourselves with? Worm in the stool only. Yes or not? Yes or not? Yes. Goats and sheep is very lowly, no? What they are like in third class, according to worldly calculations. So, if she compares herself with goats and sheep, we have no position only. Now, next is quoted from 10th canto, 83rd chapter only, 11th verse. तपश्चरिस्तमाज्ञाय स्वपादस्पर्शनाशया सख्योपेत्याग्रहितपाणिं साहं तद्गृहमार्जनी. Knowing me to be performing austerities with the desire to touch his feet, he came with his friend Arjun and accepted my hand. Tapascharantim agyaya swapada sparshanaya shaya. With the desire to touch his lotus feet, Sakhya upetya grahit panim. So he came to catch my hand, means accept my hand in marriage. Yet I am but a maidservant engaged in sweeping the floor of the house of Shri Krishna. See, Saham tad graham arjani. Marjan is also broom, but one who cleans, sweeps with the broom is also called as Graha Marjani. She is not saying I am Graha Lakshmi or Graha Mantri, Home Minister. She's saying Graha Marjani. So if Rukmini Devi says that she is Graha Marjani, keeper of the home or the sweeper of the home, so what should other women think of themselves? Or what should we think of ourselves? I'm the toilet cleaner in Lord's house. This is Lord's house, Radha Vrindavan Chandra premises, 6.5 acre. So who am I here? Anybody ask you? And say, I'm proud to be a toilet cleaner here. Every day I get minimum 8 to 10 hours of service of cleaning all the toilets. I'm very proud. Actually, I'm not qualified for this also. But Krishna is so merciful that he allows me to clean toilets and bathrooms here. Like that. Bhangi, sweeper. Or even worse than that could be the stool remover. That thing is, where from the toilet the stool goes to, what is it called? Safety tank. Huh? Safety tank, no? So you open the lid of that, whether circular or rectangular, and you enter inside in that stool sarovar with some container and take all because all liquid also. Though one may pass solid stool, but it goes inside along with the flush water and all that. It becomes liquid. Plus the worms there they eat the stool or whatever they do. So that way it is kind of liquid only, not semi-solid also, liquid only. So you put it in some container or something, and from there you come out of that safety tank and throw it somewhere else in the ground. You know who did this service? His holy name is Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj. When he joined as a brahmachari in Mayapur temple, this was his service. He had to get inside that safety tank and remove that water and clean it up all. See. So in future you will be sannyasi then. If you do this service now. He did no? As a new joinee he did it. And now he's a sannyasi. Steady sannyasi. Steady or not? You will also be a sannyasi, you will be a steady sannyasi. How many of you want to be sannyasis? First you join as brahmacharis. Our hidden agenda, not so hidden anyway. Where are the forms? Filling for the brahmacharya ashram joining. Anyway, so that is how one should see. Rukmini Devi is ready to sweep the house of the Lord, and His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj did it. So why can't you do it? Yes or not? So when I was describing, you open that circular or rectangular lid of that septum. क्या बोल क्या रहे? What is Prabhu saying? I am saying all that because His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj did it. Some of the safety tanks might be having circular lid. Some of them might be having rectangular. So he opened whichever the shape was that. Main thing was to enter inside and to take out that liquid and dispose it somewhere else. So that is how. One should be ready to do any service. That is what is called a servant. Unconditional servant means what? Not that condition you put. Oh no, safety tank. It is not so safe. It is filled with unsafety or my prestige. My body entering in that safety tank means my prestige will mix with the stool and will become liquid and evaporate. So I cannot enter inside. So like that it should not be anything. Even if we are told to eat the stool also, we should be ready to eat the stool. Pig does that, na? What an amazing person. He eats the stool and purifies the environment. So we should be ready to become pigs of Krishna also. Dogs, kukur, isn't it? He says, what is that song? Tumi to ठाकुर tomar kukur boliya jano hamore. Knowing me to be your dog, I'll be at the doorstep because dogs are not allowed inside the house. So you can call me anytime. Hey, my dear dog, come in. Tommy, come in. Tommy comes. Yes, master. What do you want? And he says, bark at the people there. They are not devotees of Krishna. Then he goes, pop, 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 pop. Okay, come back. Now you bite them also because they are too bad. So then he goes and bites them also. So kukur and sukar. What they have the word? Cooker and sukar. Not English cooker. Sanskrit is cooker, kukur in Bangla, cooker, and sukar. You should be ready to be pigs of Krishna also. You can eat up the stool and purify the environment of Krishna's temple. So ready to do any service. Such a person is called as unconditional servant. Not that you put condition. Hey, that service, no question. That is for third class devotees. I am first class devotee. I don't do this kind of services. I do only service of serving Shrikhand. And the first servant is myself only. I serve myself only. My mouth only. Like that. And if you tell me to enter in the safety tank, खंड खंड हो देह जाय जति प्राण, मेरे शरीर के टुकड़े टुकड़े भी क्यों ना कर दो, मेरा जान भी क्यों ना ले लो, मैं सेफ्टी टैंक में नहीं उतरूंगा. If you try to throw me inside, I will dodge it and throw you only inside the tank. Like that. So that is conditional servant. This is unconditional. Ready to serve anyway. What prestige, pride, what we have. That's why the king of the Odisha whole region, Pratap when he took the so-called golden broom in his hand and started sweeping the road in front of Lord Jagannath's cart, that pleased Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the most. Till now, he was not allowing him close audience, close association. Oh, king, I have nothing to do with the king. He is always associating with women and wealth. I am Virakta Sannyasi. I have nothing to do with any man who is attached to women and who is having so much wealth. But then devotee said, no, 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 he may be king, but actually he is a great devotee of the Lord. No? That is whatever it is. Just the fact that he has the tag called king, that nullifies everything. He may be devotee or whatever. So much hatred Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows in Leela, aversion. But then on the day of Rath Yatra, when he saw king taking that broom and sweeping the floor in front of Lord Jagannath, then Mahaprabhu was very pleased. Then Mahaprabhu decided to give his mercy to king. That is the time he decided. And he gave mercy after half day when Lord was uh, on his chariot at Balagandi when Brahmanas and others were offering bhoga. Lord went to relax in Jagannath Vallabh garden underneath one tree. That is the time Lord, this King Pratapruddha, disguised as a civilian in simple white dhoti and uttari, massages his feet, sings Gopi Git, and as he comes to Tava Kathamritam, the ninth verse, Mahaprabhu says, Bhurita, Bhurita, Bhurita. You are the most munificent person because you are giving me Krishna. I have lost Krishna. And he embraced him also. He showed him a special form also of his beautiful form, but said, don't tell to others. So much mercy he got. Why? Because he was ready to be a sweeper of the Lord. Like that. So one should be ready to do all services for the Lord. There should not be any condition that one puts. This service only, this time only, this is the way I will do. No. The way you want, the time when you want, the place where you want, I will do. The service you want. That kind of, no condition. This service, where, there, okay. How, this way, okay. When, this time, okay. That kind of. And if you are woken up in the midnight also, you should be ready. 12 o'clock in the night, Prabhu, get up. The truck has come and you have to unload the truck. Oh, yes. Immediately you wash your face and then you'll go in toilet only you'll start lifting buckets there. You have to come out of your ignorance to know where is the truck there. It's on ground floor, not on second floor. Like that. So like that, any service one should be ready. Raisham Prabhu was doing dough making service when he joined as a brahmachari in white clothes, dhoti kurta. When Premnidhi Prabhu, my counselor, first time when he got SSR book, Science of Self-Realization, there only installed. He was the student of Bhola's classes, which were classes for 12th standard boys and girls. So he read it, he was highly inspired, he wanted to join as a brahmachari. Just first reading only, he went in the kitchen and there was Radhe Shambru in white dhoti kurta, shaved head. He was making dough for 300 chapatis. Like that. And he said, excuse me, I want to join this temple as a full-time brahmachari. So what is the procedure? Shah, boy in shirt pant, brand new with no kantimala, no tilak, nothing. I said, what happened? Then he said, I read this book, I'm very much inspired. Then Raishambru preached to him that not so fast and all that, chant, etc. But he was not getting convinced. So then Raishambru took him to Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj, who very sweetly spoke to him that you are a student, you can complete, and we need preachers to come to colleges like where you have got admission in PICT, Pune Institute of Computer Technology in Pune. That's very nice college. So if person like you is inside as a student, then he can come as a preacher and somebody else can come. And a lot of preaching can happen to boys. So just 4 years, you continue, complete your course. 4 years will pass like just like that. But Tirtha Maharaj is very expert in convincing. And meanwhile, so much preaching will happen, then you can join as a brahmachari. So he said, okay. And he was the one, because of him, our PI City College preaching began. This side. First it was in PI City, then afterwards Bhati Vidyapeeth, which was next on the close by. So that is required. Any service you should be ready to render. Okay, one more verse. Atma Ramasya Tassema Vayam Vai Grahadasikaha Sarvasanga Nivrutyadha Tapasa cha Vabhuvim. Through austerity and through renunciation of all attachments, we have become maid servants in the home of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is satisfied in Himself. His 10th canto, that 83rd chapter only. We have to see which chapter is that. But what is the name of the chapter? So through austerity and renunciation of false ego is the topmost renunciation. Renunciation of food, you don't eat food only, you take only water, or you take only fruits, or you eat only air. That description was there, it's there in Garga Samhita, that after the yajna was over, then there was a feast arranged by King Ugrasen. For all these, on 20,000 sages have come. The head is Vedvyas and Garga Muni. These are the two top people, but below them there are 20,000. All that. So they were given feast, and in feast, they some of them are falaharis, some of them only take water, some of them only take air. You know, so they were not understanding only what are these foodstuffs. There is Shrikand, Malpua, Laddu, and they are accepting those foodstuffs, thinking like this is Malti flower. He's eating Laddu, ये मालती का पुष्प है. उनको पता ही नहीं है लड्डू होता है. Because they stay in the forest, na. They have never experienced feast. So they are eating what they are eating, they are not understanding. They are assuming that this is ash of the something, उनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. And then Krishna and Bhima are serving prasadam to them. So they are enjoying, and these fellows, they don't know what it is. So they are asking them, to make more fun. They are asking some particular sage, So इसका नाम क्या है? इस पदार्थ को क्या बोलते हैं? को पता ही नहीं क्या है ये. So he looks at other sage and he smiles. क्या तुम्हें पता है क्या इसका? वो उसको कहाँ पता है? सब अनपढ़ लोग हैं वो. उनको पता ही नहीं ये लड्डू है, ये पूरी है, ये मालपुआ है, ये श्रीखंड लोग है ये. उनको पता ही नहीं. भीम तो मस्ट बी हैविंग सो मच फन. अरे कैसे लोग है? मैं तो मरता हूँ, जीता हूँ, मरता हूँ इसके लिए. पूरी सूजी मालपुआ. अरे ये लोगों को पता ही नहीं क्या है. So it's amazing description. So food, you may renounce opulent clothes. Naga Babas, they don't wear clothes only. Or you may wear very torn clothes, rejected clothes. These are all okay. All this renunciation is nothing in comparison to renunciation of false ego. Sannyas means renunciation of false ego. When His Grace Adi-lila Prabhu was speaking at the sannyas ceremony of His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurabh Pracharak Swami, Hare Krishna, recent Kamal Lochan Prabhu's. He's coming today or tomorrow. Tomorrow he'll give Bhagavatam, I think. So there he was telling, His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj says, Sannyas means renunciation of false ego. So one who is ready to give up false ego, such a person is only truly a servant. That's why he should be ready to clean stool, ready to become pigs, or dog or pig or whatever Lord wants, you should be ready to become anything, anything and everything for you. That kind of unconditional servant is what is required. So these are gopis, queens, they are all like that only. They are ready to go to any extent for Krishna. That's why Krishna also goes to any extent. That drama we saw, Jaydev Goswami. Krishna keeps his head at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Jaydev Goswami hesitated. How can I write like this? What kind of inspiration? Is this inspiration coming from Krishna? Or is it coming from my polluted mind? How can Krishna, the master of everything in the creation, bow his head at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani? So he resisted himself and he went, and then Krishna personally came and Krishna wrote down the same because he was inspired by Krishna only. So he wrote down that Krishna bowed down at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, crying, "Oh Radhe, please forgive me. Give up your pride, give up your anger upon me, and please accept me as your servant." So Radharani accepts. Even Krishna is in that mood. Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form of a devotee to serve only. And he's serving so many devotees. After he got initiated at Gaya, he came back to Navadip. Then he would be serving all the Vaishnavas. Some old Vaishnava is not able to enter in Ganges. He wants to take bath, but his old body, he may sleep over and all that. So Mahaprabhu would gently take him inside the waters of Ganga at the ghat, and then would help him to bathe also, then take him out of the water at the ghat. He would keep the clothes of the devotees for drying. After drying, he would fold them and give them. Somebody wants to wear tilak. Tilak is somewhere, so he would bring it and give it in his hand. He would do all varieties of services. Like that, one should be ready to serve without any consideration. We do that in our houses out of love for mother, father, wife, children, whosoever. People go to any extent. That goldsmith story, not goldsmith, Goldstone, I think. When somebody came to meet him, he is a big person in UK, I think, some big chief minister or something. So he's very busy, very busy. Okay, I will wait for him. And half an hour is over, 1 hour. What is he doing? So he just peeped through that guest just peeped through the door or window. And what was that? Who? Gladstone. Gladstone. He gladly became stone or horse for his grandson who was sitting on his back. And, "Hey, horse, go fast!" And then Mr. Gladstone, old man, on his hands and knees, he's crawling like a horse and giving pleasure to his grandson. And he's glad in that Gladstone. So for one's love, near and dear ones, one goes to any extent. So if Krishna is really very near and dear to our heart, we will go to any extent to serve him. There is no consideration of what will others think, how can I do this? This is not proper time. This disturbs my schedule. None of those considerations. Any service for Krishna at any time. Yes, any question? But regarding class, any question? Unconditional servant.
This it's about one detail, Prabhuji. It is coming that Krishna came with Arjuna. It's a detailed question. It is mentioned Krishna came with Arjuna to marry Rukmini.
In one of the verses we read, so there it was mentioned. Krishna and Arjuna came and
But we never saw Arjuna coming.
2 3 verses before it came.
For Kalindi, he was there with Krishna and him. I don't know whether the bhav is mixed, but that verse is from by Rukmini only, no?
In Kalindi is it was.
स्वपादस्पर्शनया सख्योपेतांग्री पाणि. Kalindi has spoken that. So that is proper only.
Okay. Means we discussed Rukmini spoke that. So I got
Previous one was Rukmini.
Previous one by Rukmini. This is by Kalindi only. It is correct only. When Jarasan and other kings, bows and arrows upraised, stood ready to deliver me in charity to Shishupal, he forcibly took me from their midst as a lion takes its share of goats and sheep. At goats and sheep she compares herself to, and Krishna to them. That is by Rukmini. It is 8th verse. This is 11th verse. Kalindi is speaking. Any other?
One question, Broji. Actually, means we are discussing that. Means
Actually, you are discussing. Other times you don't actually discuss.
means I am getting one question, Broji. Like now,
Like?
in the current scenario of temple, then we are not seeing means this toilets and all are given to employees for cleaning dustbin.
Because it's a
dumping
huge
and all.
temple and so-called so many other managerial considerations. But otherwise, when the temple was not even opened, I was personally lifting the mural, they have counterparts. So they were all thrown in this area when we, uh, that kind of, where we go for event management, event, what they call?
Mural means
Event management that from there they give mrudang, kartal, sound system. So that staircase goes all that area down, all filled with so many things. So we personally lifted all the brahmacharis, and one day only we lifted it for 4 5 hours. Next day I was not able to get up only in the morning. The back was paining like anything, so very heavy. Though each that counterpart was lifted by at least 3 4 brahmacharis, but still overall it was very heavy. And we swept the whole temple premises. Balaji temple, after painting, the what do you call, the color oil paint was fallen on the ground, and we were with some scrubber or something, we were removing the color from the floor because it was stuck to the ground. It was hard to remove. So we did all services. The temple, the ashram was not even ready, but I was sweeping the floors. And after the temple was ready, then also we were sweeping toilet bathroom. Every month I was cleaning once toilet bathroom. And like that, other brahmacharis are also doing. But because of huge campus, many some sannyasis, like His Holiness Haldar Maharaj said that brahmacharis should do this, not employees. Brahmacharis should do this cleaning and all that, not employees. But the thing is now, if they do it, the consideration is then what about preaching services? Who will do? In spirit, we should be ready, and physically, we should have done some other time. And now also, we should be ready anytime. So many sannyasis, gurus, we have seen their photos with broom in hand, and it's not like some broom was given in Maharaj Todasa, give some posture, and we'll click a photo. That's it. No, they have been cleaning. Once His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj had been given one bungalow by some rich man devotee. He was staying there with his brahmachari disciples for a few days. After that, next day morning, they were leaving. So all the brahmacharis, they had packed up Maharaj luggage and all. So Maharaj, car is ready. You please come to Maharaj said, I'll just come. You proceed. So they all went and they were waiting in the car. And Maharaj was not coming, 15 minutes, half an hour, and they were wondering. He said, I'm just coming. So they went up and they saw Maharaj had entered in toilet and he was cleaning the toilet. They said, Maharaj, what are you doing? You please don't do that. Servants are there, they will clean. Maharaj said, what is this? The man who gave us, he gave us in a very nice condition, toilet bathroom. We used it, it became dirty. It is our responsibility to clean it up and give him, return him his bungalow with cleaner surroundings, than even what he had given. You understand? If not, at least basic minimum cleanliness should be there. But all brahmachari, they also got into cleaning them. So one should be ever ready for such kind of services, any kind of services. But because of practical details, reality, management, and decisions, we may not do. But should be ready. On Gundicha Marjan Day we do, or sometimes we do. Any other?
Morning you announced today's disappearance of Gujana Ishwarpuri. So I was just thinking, when Ishwarpuri passed away, did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu observe that morning period of 13 years, 13 days, or do we just keep for one day? How do we?
That is karma kanda, and within that there is distinction for those who are blood relatives. For them it is. It is not for disciples and all that. For brahmacharis also, I heard from Mahavirya Prabhu, I don't know, that for brahmacharis sutak is only for one day, 24 hours. If father or mother dies, for him it is not 13 days, only one day, 24 hours. But that also, because we are here in service of the Lord, that is also not required. It is for karma kanda section. Those who are blood relatives, for it is for them it is. In spiritual life, we don't have anything like that.
And Prabhupada says disciples should cry out loudly on the disappearance of spiritual master. So what does that mean? In that Mayur Dhoja pastime, we read in that purport, the wife of the king was crying out very loudly. So in that same spirit, the disciples should
Basically,
cry out.
disciples should, out of love for Guru, emotions are there. No? We are not Mayavadis, hard-hearted, heartless fellows. Heart is there. In the heart, love is there. Love for Guru is so much. So when Guru is no more, disciple feels separation. He will cry naturally. When we feel separation from someone, we cry. Janilo Premadan. Ashane kutibo matha anale pashibo Gauranga gunira nidhi kotha gele pabo. Narottam Das Thakur is saying that I will enter in fire, I will break my head against stone. But I am not able to bear separation from all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his associates, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, all that. So that is natural. We have emotions is the culmination of all our devotion. Ultimately, there is only emotions. Devotion is seen through emotion, but they should be pure emotions. Now we, because we are conditioned souls, we have attachment to our bodily relatives. So when they die, we have out of emotion, outburst, we cry, oh, my father, my mother, and we don't have so much love emotions for devotees. But eventually, our love emotions should be expressed for devotees. Like that.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anybody online? ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी।